today's video, I'm going to be telling you another very creepy unsolved mystery from history. This time we're talking about a school teacher who had a very creepy ghost twin. Some people called it her doppelganger. This is the weirdest story I've ever heard, especially because you're probably thinking, how is it a true unsolved mystery if it involves a ghost? But let me ask you something. How did all 30 kids in her class see the same thing? That's what freaks me out. People originally believed that encountering an apparition of yourself was an omen of imminent death. Historical figures reported seeing their double just before they passed. For example, before her death, Queen Elizabeth I was rumored to have seen a corpse-like figure of herself lying on her own bed. And I never knew that terrifying fact about her, and it's just gonna bother me forever. Percy Shelley, who was an English poet in the 1800s, was visited by his doppelganger before he died in a sailing accident. A few days prior to embarking on the fateful journey, the romantic poet followed the phantom as it walked from his Italian beach house to the seashore, and he watched as it silently pointed out to the waves before vanishing. And that's just a couple stories of famous people who have seen their doppelganger before they died. New fear unlocked. So let's talk about Emily Sagey. This is apparently the school teacher, and I just want to say it is very important to note that this is not an urban legend, folklore, just a scary story. This is apparently a true account of something very bizarre that happened in real life. Emily Sagey was a school teacher back in the early 1800s. She was dedicated and adored by her students, but over the course of her teaching career, a bizarre pattern emerged. In just 16 years on the job, Emily had over 19 different teaching positions in countless different schools across France. So people were becoming very suspicious by this. How could such a sincere and hardworking teacher be turned away from so many schools? But when the 32-year-old began her 19th teaching role at elite boarding school in 1846, it soon became very clear. There was a very good reason why Emily could not retain her teaching roles. While teaching at this school, a number of teachers and students began complaining about seeing Emily's twin in the classroom. And this twin they were speaking of was often seen imitating Emily's actions and even sitting silently beside her or behind her. It would copy her movements as she ate, as she wrote on the chalkboard, and on another occasion, this twin was seen helping Emily fix a student's dress. The most bizarre thing about this is that Emily had no idea of her doppelganger's existence. She never once saw it, and that's probably because it was always behind her. Witnesses claimed that she often appeared strangely groggy and lethargic when her twin appeared, almost like it was draining her energy. People that have heard this story have said that it must have all just been a hallucination. But how could all 30 students in her class be hallucinating at the exact same time? And after some time, this doppelganger seemed to stray further and further from Emily. On one occasion, Emily was teaching a class of 42 girls when she stepped outside to pick some flowers from the garden. While she was away from the classroom, the students were left intently working on their sewing. From the window, they could all see Emily in the garden, but just moments after she left the room, Emily's twin appeared in the teacher's chair. Students thought nothing of it until one gasped and pointed out the window where Emily was still working diligently in the garden. So all these students were working. They looked out the window, saw their teacher, but then looked in front of them and saw another version of their teacher in the chair looking at them. So two of the students decided to get up and walk over to this doppelganger. They were super brave and they decided to reach out and touch it. They said it looked just like Emily Sagey in all aspects, except that when they ran their hands through this doppelganger, it felt empty. They said it felt like what cobwebs were made of. Another student said it was like pulling your hand through fabric. And when Emily was asked about this incident, she seemed very confused. While she didn't see the doppelganger, she did say that while she was out in the garden, she had an urge to go back into the classroom to supervise the children while she was picking flowers. powers. So was she somehow able to project her own self into places that she wanted to be? Because that sounds nearly impossible. Eventually, Emily was reportedly let go as parents were threatening to take their daughters out of the school. And according to reports, nothing was heard about Emily Sajay and her bizarre twin ever again. And it's very important to note that the only documentation we have about this happening is from a book written by a man named Robert Dale Owens, who heard the story from one of her students that was in her classroom at the time. So the reason why this whole thing is deemed unsolved is firstly because it took place such a long time ago that there's no proper documentation, photos, videos, anything like that. And also because scientists are not able to explain this. How the heck did this happen? How did all of these students in her class report this when it seems impossible? Anyways though guys, let me know your thoughts on this very creepy story. And if you want me to do more unsolved mysteries from history, give this video a thumbs up and let me know. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some very creepy reasons as to why you should never call your own number. Now, I'm so mad because today I was supposed to get my new equipment to stop this echo in this room, but it's delayed. The package is late. Before we get into that creepypasta though, I just want to mention that there was a real scam in 2018. A ton of news stations were covering this all over the world. It was where people were getting these phone calls from their own number very late at night. And what was so creepy is that the screen for the incoming call would say me, and then it would have the person's number underneath. So obviously this was freaking people out because they had no idea why their own number was calling them. And when they would answer the phone, the person on the other end would be like,
"Your phone has been hacked. Please answer a couple questions so we can confirm your identity."
And then they would ask very personal questions like your address, your social insurance number, all kinds of things that phone companies shouldn't be asking people. So it was a scam that a lot of people were falling for because anyone would be curious if their own number was calling them. Like, listen, I never answer unknown calls. Like, if I don't recognize the number, I just let it go right to voicemail. But if I saw that my own number was calling me, I probably would answer it. Comment down below if you would answer the phone if it said me on your caller ID. Not me, like you. You know what I mean? If Jessii Vee was calling you, would you answer? No, but this was a very real scam. And that's why news stations were covering it, because they were warning people never to answer your phone if it's your own number calling. So now let's move on to the urban legend, which is definitely a lot more creepy. People say that you should never ever answer your phone if it's your own number calling you, because once you do, the game begins and you can't get out of it. So basically, if you ignore the call, you're totally fine. But like I said, some people are just too curious and really want to know what's on the other end of the call. Well, if you decide to answer and you say hello, what you'll hear on the other end of the call is your own voice repeating what you say. So for example, if you say, "Hi, who is this?" you'll hear your exact voice say, "Hi, who is this?" And it goes on and on like that no matter what you say into the phone. It's like your own voice is echoing you. But what you don't know is that as long as you stay on the phone, your doppelganger is coming for you. It can track your location as long as you are speaking to it. So there are really creepy stories on the internet about people's doppelgangers actually arriving at their front door or even peering through their bedroom window. And basically your doppelganger wants to take over your life, and no one will know you are gone when they replace you because they look exactly like you. They basically are you. It kind of reminds me of the movie Us. The family in the movie meets their doppelganger family who come to attack them to take over their lives. And that movie freaked me out so much, but it really reminds me of this situation. And the urban legend says that even if you hang up the phone on your doppelganger, they'll keep calling you over and over again until they can find you. So basically, don't pick up in the first place and you won't have that problem. And they also also say don't call your own number because the same thing will happen. Your doppelganger will pick up the phone. And there are so many stories about this happening to people. So basically they say don't pick up the phone if your own number's calling you and don't call your own number. Now you know me, I love doing stuff like this. So I might try to call my own number over on my vlog channel. I will link that down below in the description. Honestly, I'm kind of scared to do it after reading all these stories, but I'm gonna do it. I know I'm gonna do it. All right, so the next creepy thing we're gonna talk about are number neighbors. So if you guys didn't know, basically everybody has a number neighbor. It's basically someone who has the exact same phone number as you, but the very last number is different. It's either gonna be one higher or one lower than your last digit. So for example, if your last number is a 3, your number neighbor is gonna have the exact same number, but their last number is gonna be either 4 or 2. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So we all have number neighbors, and there are so many creepypastas going around the internet talking about people that were contacted by their number neighbor and it did not end well. In one story, this person was hanging out in their house and they got a text from their number neighbor that just said hello. And then they were texting for a little bit. This person was trying to figure out who this stranger was that was texting them. And then the number neighbor said, "I'm in your backyard." They broke into the house, the police were called. It was a whole very scary event. So now there's a legend going around saying that if you get contacted by your number neighbor, do not respond. And this really creeped me out because I remember back in 2012, I believe, I got a text from my number neighbor that just said, "Hey number neighbor." I mean, it sounded very friendly, but I had no idea what a number neighbor was at that time, so I just totally ignored that text message. But I believe in 2019, texting your number neighbor became like a challenge around the internet. So people would like text their number neighbor and then post the conversation screenshot on the internet. A lot of the times the interactions are very funny to read. I mean, I wouldn't encourage you guys to do this because obviously you're still talking to a stranger, right? And even though there are some funny conversations that come out of it, there is the total opposite side where the number neighbor comes to find you. And lastly, we're gonna talk about a story called The Unknown Poem. There was this girl who lost her phone while she was at a concert one night. It was gone for a week, which is a pretty long time to lose your phone, and every time she called this concert venue to see if it was brought to the lost and found, they would say it has not been dropped off. But on the 7th day it was missing, the venue ended up calling her to say that a person dropped off her phone. And the person who dropped it off ran in so fast that they barely saw his face. They say his hood was up over his head. So the girl went to pick up her phone, she looked through it, and everything looked totally normal. All her apps were still there, her passwords hadn't been changed, nothing had been hacked, her photos were still there. It was as if no one had ever taken it. Then months later, when she was looking through the notes section on her phone, she noticed one that was written the week her phone was missing. So it had the date and time, and it was like 3 days after the concert she went to. And obviously she did not have her phone with her at that time. It seemed to be this bizarre poem that literally made no sense when she read it, and this is what the poem said. "A dark night, 3 seats behind you, 0, 1, too loud, 3. Swirling clouds above your head, can't see you. 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm here, reaching out, your soft hair. It has been for years. Remember? 8, 9, 10th time trying. Too late, I have you." Imagine finding that on your phone after it had been stolen or lost. That would be terrifying. And like, this girl has no idea what this poem means, so if you guys could like decipher it, please let me know. To me, it just seems like this creepy stalker who's probably been watching her for years and years. That's what I get out of it. But this girl was so freaked out, she brought it to the police and they couldn't do anything about it because they had no idea who took it and who wrote it. So let me know what you think of this poem down below. And if you ever lose your phone, definitely look through your notes because you never know what might be there. Oh, blurry. There I am. Hey guys, welcome back to Vee Vlogs. So Ty has no idea that I'm filming this by myself. Currently he is out at his training. He'll be back in probably about 45 minutes or so. Is my phone ringing? Oh, sorry guys, 1 second. Sorry. Okay, hi, back. So if you guys saw my video that I posted 2 days ago, I did a video all by myself calling cursed haunted numbers. It was terrifying because usually I have Mandy with me when I'm calling them, but I was all alone. And the very last, I think it was the last number I called was a doppelganger number. And it really freaked me out because I actually conversed with myself or my doppelganger. It was scary. We'll insert that right now. Hello?
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 I'm Jessica, who are you?
I'm Jessica, who are you?
Are you my doppelganger?
Are you my doppelganger?
Why are you repeating everything I say?
Repeating everything I say.
I am so scared.
So scared.
Stop!
Stop!
Stop it!
Stop it!
I'm hanging up.
I'm hanging up.
Bye.
Bye.
What in the heck? So yeah, you saw my reaction and I talked about how I wanted Ty to have his reaction on camera too. So when he comes home, I'm gonna pretend that I never called this number and I'm gonna get him to call it first. And we're gonna see how he responds to hearing his own voice responding back to him. It's really weird. But the thing is, like, Ty never gets like that scared. He doesn't have massive reactions to things. So he's probably gonna be like, oh, and then he's gonna talk about the logical explanation. But we're gonna see. So when he comes home, we're gonna do that. Bean is back. He's very tired.
Very tired.
And I just sprung it on him that he's gonna be calling his doppelganger.
You didn't give much information. What she said is that it's an urban legend in Japan. So someone tells me we're gonna be calling some poor guy in Japan asking for a doppelganger. And I'm pretty confident it's pretty late at night for them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's supposed to happen is you call the number and you instantly speak to yourself.
Instantly.
It's gonna, if it's your doppelganger, you hear your own voice, it'll repeat what you say, and it'll try to take over your life.
But I speak to myself just normally.
You talk to yourself?
All the time. You tell me to stop, it's freaky.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the number. Where's your phone?
It's in the bag.
And you're gonna call it, and then I'll call it after you. I'm just scared to call it.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
So you're gonna go
get
first.
Me with those long distance charges. And you're gonna be perfectly fine.
Yep. Okay.
Give it to me straight. Let's do this.
909 390 0003. And you have to put it on speakerphone.
Hey, it's in Ontario. Hello?
Hello?
Oh!
Pretty clever. Somebody's probably recording this right now and just hearing me make some weird noises.
It's your doppelganger.
It's my doppelganger. Or it's an echo.
Or it's an echo.
It was a little creepy seeing that it's from Ontario, Canada. So maybe they're right next to me. Or right behind me.
Right behind me.
No, it's just me.
No, it's just me.
I have something to confess.
What'd you do?
I've already called that number.
I had a feeling.
And this is supposed to be a prank to freak you out. But you don't get freaked out, and I said at the beginning, I was like, he's not gonna get scared because this was the scariest number that I called in my video. So we're gonna put a clip in this vlog showing how scared I get. And then I said, I'm gonna try this on Ty, because it actually works, you hear your own voice.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just like, oh, it's probably like an echo.
I feel like I'm too beat up.
It's
and
an
too
echo.
tired.
So, like I promised you before, today I'm going to be reacting to the doppelgangers of me that you guys send me. I have seen some of them, but some of them I just saved really quickly into a file, so a lot of this is going to be my genuine reaction, and I'll tell you yes or no if I think these people look like me. I feel like a lot of them won't, but you know, we'll see. One that I've gotten my whole entire life, well not my whole life, maybe the last like 5 years of my life, is that I look like Jeanette McCurdy, and I've gotten probably this comment thousands of times on my YouTube channel. Sometimes when I go to the grocery store, the cashier will tell me. My family members have told me. Just people, strangers have come up and been like, hey, you look like Jeanette McCurdy. Especially when my hair was blonde back at the beginning of high school. That is especially when I heard that comment. Do I personally think I look like her? No. I think maybe we have a you know, similar cheeks and noses, but I just don't see it completely. But, you know, I guess you guys are on the outside looking at both of us, so maybe you guys have a better opinion on that. But anyways, let's get into the doppelgangers that you guys think are mine. Some of these are a stretch, but here are some celebs I think you look like. Jeanette McCurdy, of course, Lucy Hale, Scarlett Johansson, and Natalie Dyer. Maybe Natalie Dyer slightly looks like me, I don't really know. But the other ones, not so much. I think it's the cheekbones that are like making people think that we look super similar, but I don't know. I think you look like Megan Fox. No way. No way. I don't see similarities there at all. Like our eyes are totally different. I have like way wider eyes. Like people have always told me I have almost like baby doll eyes. So I think that looks totally different. You have always reminded me of Lacey Chabert. I don't see this one either, guys. I don't know. I think we look super different. Bella from Twilight, really? Cause I'm pale? Cause I look like a vampire, is that why? I don't see this one either, but I'm very flattered that you compared me to a vampire. Oh, this is Zoe Deschanel. Deschanel now. What's her last name? Oh my gosh. Why don't I know this? What's her name, Zoe? Like, I'm so off on the pronunciation right now. Zoe Deschanel. There we go. Okay, I was close, kind of, right? No, I wasn't. Maybe our hair styles are kind of similar, but I don't see myself in her. Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands. Is this also because I'm pale and like to wear black and I used to have black hair? Is that why? I hope this is a joke, and I hope that I don't really look like him, although I love Johnny Depp, but the way his makeup is at this point, he's a little bit scary. Maybe our lips are slightly similar, but that's about it. I think you kind of look like Vanessa. I don't know what this girl's last name is, but maybe a little bit. So far, there hasn't been anyone that I'm like, yes. Jeanette McCurdy, look at the resemblance. Maybe. I don't know. The eyes and the cheeks, maybe. And the nose, I don't know. So far, I will admit she's the closest one, but I would not consider her my doppelganger. It'd be so funny if you guys went on Twitter and tweeted her asking her if she thought that I was her doppelganger. Please, I would love to hear what she says. So if you guys have a Twitter, just tweet her and be like, do you think Jessii Vee is your doppelganger? And put like a picture, please. You look almost exactly like Amy Lee from Evanescence. Yes, I've actually gotten that one a lot too. I don't really see it personally. My hair used to be really dark like her, and we do have similar like cheekbones. Like anybody with bigger cheeks automatically kind of look like me, but I love how this girl was like, the first and fourth pick is you, and the second and third pick is Amy, as if I don't know which ones are me. Okay, so I got this girl again. I think what's throwing me off is the mouth, because the mouth doesn't really look like me. Ursula in human form. Ursula. What? I mean, her human form is kind of pretty, but she still looks very, very evil, so I don't know how I feel about this one. Jeanette McCurdy, I literally have thought this since I started watching your videos. Okay. This kind of looks like you. She has similarities. She looks really familiar. What show is she from? I do not remember. But maybe the eyes. Maybe the eyes. Just because. I hope you don't think I look like Edward. His jawline is definitely very different than mine. But those gold eyes though. Doesn't the gold eyes mean he's hungry? I think so. I think he's about to eat somebody. But yeah, you guys just like to compare me to vampires. The skin is right on there. Here is Kat Dennings. Her lips are so much more full than mine though, and I feel like her face is like skinnier. Oh my. Do I look like this beast? This is from Adventure Time. I've never seen that show, but I know a lot of people who like it, and I've never heard that I look like this character. I don't know what her name is, but is she like part monster or something? You look so much like Taylor Momsen. I have never heard that one before. I used to listen to her music all the time though, so I'm kind of flattered. She kind of looks like you. Another Megan Fox one. Really? Okay, you guys have to comment down below which ones you do think look like me, because I don't see it. I don't know why, but when you said this, I instantly thought of her, but only if she had longer hair. Oh, she was in that show my grandma and I used to watch. I can't remember the name. Once Upon a Time, I think. She was like Snow White or something. Yeah, she's cute. I mean, the cheeks again. Once again, it's the cheeks. I seriously think she could be your twin. She's Grace Phillips. I got this one probably just as much as I got Jeanette McCurdy's. So this girl and Jeanette McCurdy, I guess people think I look like the most. Was she the girl that was in the Vampire Diaries for a bit? I think she was. I could be mistaking her for someone else though, but I can see the eyes and maybe sort of the nose, but I don't know. Oh my gosh, no way. Dita Von Teese doesn't exactly look like you. She looks like an older sister who has a similar skin tone and hair color with the dark mysterious vibe to your characters. If you cover her mouth and nose in the picture, you can see the major similarities. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm covering the nose and the mouth and our eyes do look kind of similar, but everything else I don't see. Oh, who is this girl? I wish people would leave me some of the names for these people because I'm not good with knowing celebrities' names. Although this girl can be like an Instagram model maybe, I'm not too sure. We do similar makeup, that's for sure. I love wearing that sort of nude color that she's wearing. Emily Rudd. Oh my gosh, I remember when this girl was all over Tumblr, like all of her pictures and stuff. She is beautiful. I've always thought she just looked gorgeous, so to compare me to her, like I'm really flattered. You look like Jeanette McCurdy. Yeah. No. Bella. Once again, yep, Bella, vampire. You kind of look like Shailene Woodley. Really? She has freckles though. Like, I'm jealous. I don't have freckles. I wish I had freckles. And here's that other girl again. Okay, she has very blue eyes though. She has like blue eyes like Ty does. You remind me of Buffy for some reason. Maybe because you kind of look like a vampire. I don't think I look like Buffy, but because you brought her up, I actually tried starting to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer in, I think, October. And like, I couldn't get into it. And I was so upset because so many people like love this show. You look like my Bratz dolls when I was younger. I mean, I do not have those lips, that's for sure. I have such thin lips. Okay, do I have a large head too? I don't know. I think you look like Grace Phillips. There we go. When she plays Leela. What show is that from? I'm so out of the loop. I don't know who this girl is, but when I had dark hair, maybe a little bit. My favorite character from a game called Mad Father. Mad Father. That sounds like a very scary game. I don't want my dad to be mad at me. But oh my gosh, she's so cute though. I love the bow in her hair. Here's, what's her name again? Emily Rudd. So pretty. Sorry, no offense. I love you so much. Another ghost one. So ghost, vampire. I get it, guys. I'm pale, okay? India Easley? Oh, is she the one who plays that scary, like, possessed girl in all those movies? Am I thinking of this girl? The one who plays, like, The Ring and, like, the one from, Silent Hill? Is this girl? I'm gonna look it up. I could be thinking of someone totally different. Oh, no, it's not. Wow, I've got the total, like, it's the wrong person. I'm sorry. I'm not good with faces, apparently. Another Jeanette McCurdy. Okay, her hair's a little bit different that time. Oh, this girl was in Inspector Gadget, and I think she also showed up in Gossip Girl as well. I don't see it, though. And I definitely, like, I never wear my hair in a ponytail, like, ever. Vanessa Morano. There she is again. I don't know why, but you look a lot like that mood guy. I kind of do. I kind of do. that face, though. Okay, Michelle Trachtenberg. That's her name. Most of this video is just gonna be like, I don't see it. Oh, here it is again. She has similar features. Maybe the nose? Jeanette McCurdy, okay. Lucy Hale, there we go again. I don't see this one for sure. I look like Lorde. Maybe Lily Collins. Maybe. I feel like a lot of these photos are like similar noses and eyes. I don't know who this is, but it looks just like you. That is Jeanette McCurdy again. He's a celebrity too. Dracula. Really? Dracula? Do you guys think you're funny? You think you're just hilarious? This is some celebrity named Amy Lee. Some celebrity. I kind of thought she looked like you. The cheeks. Mona the Vampire. This is not meant to be rude. I'm not offended. All these vampire things, I'm not offended at all. You kind of look a bit like Collins Lily. Isn't it Lily Collins? Collins Lily. Here you look like him. It's really spooky. He could be my twin, I swear. I mean, I always get Ariel vibes from you. Well, since my hair has been red, even though it doesn't look too red right now on the camera at least, I've gotten a lot of Ariel comments. You and Carly Rae Jepsen have some similarities. Really? I used to love her music. I actually saw her live when she was on Canadian Idol, and like, I voted for her all the time. Sniper Wolf. That's a first for sure. How about this? I looked up pale celebrities. Pale celebrities. Pale. Oh, Wednesday Addams, guys. Wow. I feel like she has a bigger forehead than me. Scarlett Moffat? She looks so familiar. What is she from? I wish my hair was as long as hers. Does this count? It's from a comic. I always think it looks like you for some reason. Don't be an idiot. Definitely something I would say. Definitely. Karen Gillian. I mean, her hair's a lot lighter red than mine. She's really pretty. Anne Hathaway. I think you guys would just stretch it a little bit, just a bit. Anyways, that is the end of the pictures that I had from what you guys sent me. I couldn't see everybody's because you guys sent a lot, but those were the main ones. And what do you guys think? Honestly, I'll just admit, Jeanette McCurdy is probably the closest one out of all of them. But if you think there's anyone that I disagreed with and you think it actually does look like me, definitely comment down below. So today we're going to be talking about doppelgangers, which I know probably seems totally random, but if you guys saw the video that my sister Mandy and I did, I think about a month ago, we found this one picture of her that didn't really look like her, like it looked like sort of similar, but as if someone like swapped her out or something. So then I decided to sort of research doppelgangers, and what I found out was that it's not exactly what Mandy and I thought. I'm going to read you the definition online. It is an apparition or double of a living person. So it's not when someone looks different, it's actually when there's like a double of the same person. Like there's another definition that says, one who nearly or completely resembles another but with no biological relation. And it's also creepy because it says, it's believed to be an omen of death if one was ever to see their doppelganger. So if you ever actually met your doppelganger in person, it's a really bad sign. Obviously, this is not necessarily true because I don't want to freak you guys out in case you've met someone who kind of looks like your twin. There's another definition that says a ghostly duplicate of a living person. So some of these are more supernatural, paranormal, and some of these are just saying, oh, it's someone who really looks like you. So I went online and found a bunch of pictures of people who claim to have met their doppelgangers. A lot of these people look literally identical, and some of them don't really look that identical. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look through these pictures quickly, and I'm basically gonna say if I think they do look like doppelgangers or if they don't. So it's like a yes or no thing, and you guys can also watch and sort of decide for yourself as well. I feel like I'm talking really fast. Am I talking really fast? That was one thing my teacher always said in my class presentations. She would stop me and be like, Jess, you're talking like 1,000 words a minute, slow down. So here's the first one. We have these two gorgeous redheads, and honestly, their noses and their eyes look so similar. So I'm gonna definitely say yes for this one. Ooh, this one looks really similar as well, but I think they more look like brothers than doppelgangers. So I'm gonna say no. Ooh, you know what makes this one look so similar is like the glasses and the beard. Like the glasses are really similar, but I'm gonna say no for this one. This one looks pretty similar too, but I think more like family or like brothers. And why is the picture like red? It looks like they're standing in like a sauna or like the sun is about to fall down on them or something. This one actually looks scary similar. I guess this guy saw an ad for Polo in a magazine and like thought it looked just like him, so I'm gonna say yes for this one. He has a doppelganger model. Aww, these guys do look really, really similar. I'm gonna say yes for this one, but like the bald heads do really help. See, when their glasses are covering their eyes, it's really hard to tell. So I'm gonna say no for this one, but it is scary how they have like the same length of beard and like sort of the same looking face. Oh my gosh. I almost wonder if some of these are like purposely done. Like how did, like they're both bald, they both have the same beard. It's so weird to me. These two look pretty similar as well, but it's the hairstyle and like sort of their outfits, and like they're both wearing hats. That's crazy. I feel like if I ever meet someone in real life that looks just like me, I'd be kind of scared. Oh, I see this. Maybe your doppelganger is a celebrity. That does look like the guy from House, but it's not like super similar, but I can definitely see that. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Yeah, they definitely have the same hair. They definitely do. And like the eyes and eyebrows are really similar as well. Oh my gosh. You're just minding your own business on the subway. That is crazy. Yeah, they definitely have the same side profiles here. Oh my gosh. So this is a painting that looks like, oh, what's this guy's name? I can't remember his name, but he's like a celebrity as well. But that looks really similar to him. That's really funny. If only the guy in the painting had like a slightly longer beard and longer hair, that would be like identical right there. These are similar too. I actually never thought of like paintings looking like people, but I guess that's very like possible, right? This one, not so much. Maybe the eyes and the nose, but that's about it. When you regret shaving your stash off. Yeah, for real. Well, now that's quite a resemblance. Kind of. I feel like people's eyes and noses look more similar in all these photos. I think it captures him. That's so funny. I bet if you went to a really large art museum, you'd be able to find at least one painting that slightly resembles you, because think about how many like portraits and paintings of people are in museums, right? Oh, we found our baby's doppelganger at the gallery. Well, I mean, the baby is wearing that navy blue color, so that's pretty cool. Visited Paris this weekend. Just when I was about to take a picture of the Mona Lisa, something better caught my eye. Yeah, true, and they're both wearing black too. I'm Henry VIII, I am. Yeah, so this guy obviously dressed up as that painting to look more like it, which is kind of cheating, but it makes for a good picture. Historic doppelganger time. Yeah, the guy almost looks like Chris Hemsworth or Liam Hemsworth. Maybe Liam Hemsworth. I always get those two mixed up. Weird Al proves he is immortal at the Louvre. That painting has always freaked me out ever since I was a kid. I don't know what it is about it, but it's like this person's all shadowed, but you can see their arm and their face and they look evil. I'm so sorry, but this painting always looks so evil to me. Found his doppelganger in Trento, Italy Science Museum. Yeah, that kind of looks like him. But honestly, whenever I see these sort of realistic statues at museums, it scares me. Like imagine being a janitor or someone just cleaning the museum at night and like you just have to clean around these creepy like realistic people. Ooh, same thing for like wax museums and stuff. How do you work there? I would have nightmares. Gallery lookalike. Yeah, that kind of looks like him, but once again, it's like an eye and the nose thing. And that is a very small painting. I've always admired people who can make really detailed but small paintings, you know? Oh my gosh, my friend spotted this painting of himself while walking through the Met. Yep, he just needs like that little cute dog beside him and the picture is like completely made. Twin from the past. I wonder if he actually like wore that outfit to the museum and then saw that. Like how spooky would that be? But I feel like he purposely dressed up like this. My best mate went to the Louvre and discovered a painting of him done many years before. Yep, kind of looks like him. Probably should have taken the headphones off to do this picture, but it's okay. We'll let it be. I found my doppelganger from half a century ago in an art museum in Zurich. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to say it. I'm so sorry. I feel so dumb. That's a really look-alike profile there. Or side profile, I should say. I'm the head. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. For a second, I had to look at that and be like, wait, what? Is it just a head? Is that a decapitated head? What the heck? Found my doppelganger at the Louvre. Inigo Melcher de Velasco. I'm so bad at pronouncing things. I'm so sorry. But yes, I mean, the hair is on point. It seems like a lot of people are finding their doppelgangers in paintings in the Louvre. Found my great-great-grandmother at the Louvre. Yep, that's another one. And I love how the hair is so similar. My friend is actually a time traveler. Yep, the beard and the hair is on point. So I found a picture of myself dressed as a samurai 111 years ago at the Met. Apparently I was a collector of samurai armor. I've drunk a lot since then, so I don't really recall, but it's totally plausible that it's me. That is quite the paragraph right there. Yeah, he just has to look a little bit more angry and it would be perfect. The doppelganger experience. Yes, those noses though. Those noses and like the way like his mouth is like turned down under his beard. Made an interesting discovery at the art museum today. Yeah. Oh, this is the same painting the other guy looked like. That's interesting. So he goes to the art museum and this happened. I am in shock. That is so similar. Whoa. I've seen this one, face to face with yourself in a museum. This girl, I've seen this somewhere, maybe on Tumblr or something, but her face looks just like that girl in the painting. Met my doppelganger at work. We started working at the same facility and people kept mixing us up. Yeah, they have very similar smiles and like the glasses are like identical. Met my doppelganger in college. He was a security guard at Target. Yep, and the same glasses. That is so weird. Met my doppelganger at Chick-fil-A. I actually didn't even see it until all her coworkers started flipping out. They were convinced we were twins trying to pull one over on them. After they took the picture, I flipped too. Yeah, they look like twin sisters. My fiance ran into his doppelganger at a car show. I called the guy over and made them take a photo together. Yeah, for real. Found my doppelganger at the pub after my friends went and hugged her. Sort of. I'd say it's the hair that's more similar, but I don't think it's like doppelganger material, you know? Just now we found my doppelganger. Oh my gosh, it's always the glasses and the beard. Always the glasses and the beard. My wife met her doppelganger on our holiday in Rome. Yeah, they have, oh my gosh. That is so weird. They have the same hair and everything. They look the same age. It just makes me sort of realize that there's probably someone out there for everybody that looks like so close to them. Because think about how many people are in the world. Like there's only so many different face shapes that could be made, you know? Just 20 minutes before I walked into the restaurant, the server told her she looked like me. Yes, it's like the same jawline and everything. So my friend found his doppelganger. Why do they both look so stunned by the camera? Like this guy on the left has like a double chin going on. He's like, why is that happening? Met my doppelganger. He's a better smiler than I am. Yes, he is a better smiler. Gotta show those teeth. I was walking around a while back and met my doppelganger. We even had the same first name. That's scary. And they're both wearing the same like shirt and hat and glasses. Got stationed in Okinawa, and shortly after my doppelganger joined my unit. Yeah, same eyes, mouth, nose, face shape. I met my Canadian doppelganger at a cruise ship with my wife on our honeymoon. Oh my gosh, see, this whole video is just gonna be me like, oh my gosh, yep. Oh my gosh, yep. Hopefully this is not getting boring. That's like cruise through the rest. Met my doppelganger and thought I'd share. We even had matching hair accessories. I'm on the left. His girlfriend of 1 year started walking towards me thinking I was him. Just the height difference. If they were the same height, it'd be like perfect. Saw a doppelganger on front page, met mine a few weeks ago. My boyfriend left, met his doppelganger at IKEA last night. I met my twin brother from another mother at the bar. His name is Adam and he also likes beer. Yeah, that's insane. Even the way the hair is parted and everything. Okay, well apparently my internet just crashed. I had like 10 more photos to look through, but my computer just decided to like not work, which is really great. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. So I had the most bizarre thing happen to me last night, so I had to sit down and make a video about it, even though I don't even think it's legit, but it's freaking me out. So remember how I made that doppelganger video like months ago? And I basically told you guys to send me like celebrities or people or your friends that look like me. So a bunch of you sent me pictures of people who slightly resembled me. And I made a whole video reacting to them, and yes, I will admit a lot of the people you sent in looked like they could be related to me. A lot of the people had the same cheekbones and the nose. And as you guys know, Jeanette McCurdy is like your favorite person to tell me that I look like. Even though I don't really see it, apparently you guys sort of do. And it was funny because I was talking to Brittany44 last night before I went to bed, and she was watching the Batman movies, and she told me that Maggie Gyllenhaal literally looked like my twin. And at first I didn't see it, but after she started sending me screenshots, I was like, okay, she looks like she could be like my older sister maybe. So I don't know, so many people seem to have found my doppelgangers, but I've never actually run into somebody or been sent someone who looks identical to me until last night. So I get a lot of messages on Instagram, like a lot every single day, and so I try to reply to at least a large handful of them before I go to bed, just because I want to respond to you guys, I want to communicate with you guys. So I stumbled upon this I just dropped my phone. So I stumbled across this message. Now, when I first glanced at it, I thought it was one of my fan pages because this person's profile picture looked like my face. It looked like they screenshot my face and just put it as their Twitter like profile because, you know, they were like a V team page or a Jessii Vee fan page. So at first I didn't think anything of it because at first glance I was like, that's me. I mean, that's me. And then I started reading, and what the heck, guys? So here it goes. Hi, Jessii. So I know this is totally out of the blue, but I'm so scared right now. Look at our pictures. We look like twin sisters. Identical twin sisters. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Our noses and mouths are only slightly different, but look at our faces as a whole. I'm in disbelief. So let me tell you how I found out about you. I actually never watched your YouTube videos before or even knew about them. I'm from England, by the way. One day my friend stumbled across your channel and she called me freaking out saying that I look just like you. So I found your Instagram and thought a joke was being played on me. Now I've never had an Instagram account before, so this is the only picture on here right now. But to prove that we are the same, I am willing to do a Skype call with you. My Skype is blank, I'm not gonna say it on here. So just let me know when you are free in the next week and I'm more than willing to do that. Even if you want to film it for a video, that's okay. And just for a little more about me, my name is Mia. I'm 22 years old and I'm about to start college this year. I'm going for interior design, which is crazy because we are both more on the artsy side. I'm 5'2" and I'm a little bit on the bigger side, so I don't like to show my body online. I really hope you get this message so we can sort something out. I also know we have different time zones, so we should take that into consideration if we have a Skype call. Let me know what you want to do. P.S. Please don't put any of my personal information online. From Mia. What? Now I know I haven't shown the picture yet because I wanted to go through this first, but let me just put the picture on the screen right here. You guys are gonna be like so shocked right now. So here is her picture. Now when I look at that, I only see myself. I literally just see me. The only difference is the eyes look a bit higher, her nose is a bit lower and wider, her mouth is slightly different, and her chin is a bit like longer. There's more space on her chin, but like same eyes, same literally everything. So then I was like, there is literally no way that that is not me. You know, like it's the same thing you guys are probably thinking. You're probably watching this like, no, Jess, that's you. I know, I literally think the same. But if this person found me from my Instagram and my YouTube, there's only so many pictures that I've ever posted on social media. So I began looking for this exact picture because honestly, looking at this, it doesn't ring a bell. I don't know where I would have been. There's a lamp behind me. I have no idea where that is. And the other thing is that the picture is so cropped that it looks like they could have cropped out someone from my life, like a friend or a family member, because why would someone crop a picture that much? Like, no, that's me. That is me. But like I said, I went through my entire Instagram feed, could not find this picture. Guys, please, if you can find this picture of me, please tell me down below. Please DM it to me because I would love to find this picture of myself. Then I went to Twitter. I went through all of the media and pictures that I've ever posted to Twitter. This was not on there. As I said before, please let me know if you know where it is. Those are the only pictures that I've ever posted publicly to any of you guys. So then I was like, okay, let me just go on my Facebook because maybe it's someone that I used to have on there from high school who somehow got this picture and is messing with me. So clearly in this picture, it was when I had dark hair. If this is me, but it's gotta be me. How could this not be me? So I went to all of my albums where I had dark hair and not one picture was this one. When did I take this? Where is this from? Where did this person get this? Is it like, is my face photoshopped on someone else's head? What the heck is going on here? So then I came to the conclusion, like, even though I can't find this picture of myself, and I have no idea how she got this has to be me. And like, I was sort of like annoyed that this person would lie. So I got back to them and I was like, can you just please tell me if you're lying because I can't find this picture of me. Where did you get it from? Is it photoshopped? I was asking her all these questions and she got back to me and she seemed so offended. She was like, honestly, Jess, like I know it's so unbelievable, but I'm willing to go on Skype with you. Like I will prove it to you that I am literally your twin. I'm just a bit bigger than you are. She kept saying she's bigger and like I hate when people talk about themselves like that. Like she seems so insecure and like you guys are all beautiful. It doesn't matter what size you are. But she was like, she seemed self-conscious, but she was ready to go on Skype with me for a video to like prove to the world that this picture is not me. But it has to be me. How is this not me? So I don't know, guys. She said she's willing to do one next week. If you guys want me to do that and film it, let me know. But there's like no way. There's no way. I was even debating on making this video because I was like, this has got to be my picture. Anyways, though, guys, let me know what you think. It just looks like a slightly distorted version of my face. But I've been reading up on like doppelgangers and like how there's gotta be some other people in the world that resemble you almost to 90%. Because think about the millions, like billions of people in this world. There has to be, there's only so many face shapes and places your eyes and stuff can be. It's possible to have someone look so similar. There's been news stories online of people finding their identical self, but they're not related. Like if this is one of those situations, okay, if I see her like in person or on a screen, then I'll believe it. But right now it's like, that picture has to be me. Anyways though, guys, what do you think of this whole mess? I don't know why my life is always this like slew of mysterious things happening to me. But anyways, let me know what you think. If you find this picture, please send it to me.